the leading tractor makers, they reported about a 26% growth in the April sales numbers. The question mark only is what's contributing to this growth, and what does Mr. Bharat Madan believe the outlook could be over the course of the next 3 months at least, or the next 6 months, considering that we have a forecast for a normal monsoon. He's the group's chief financial officer, needs no introduction, really joins us right now on the show. Mr. Madan, good having you, and appreciate you taking the time out and speaking to us today. How would you sum up the month? It seemed all okay on the total sales front. Maybe, just maybe, a very small, tiny tune contributor, which is the exports bit, dipped a little bit.
I think overall sentiment continued to remain bullish on the rural side, though it's not really as strong as we saw in the last quarter. So last quarter industry grew almost 44%. So we'll have seen some slowdown happening. So the industry growth is only about 18-19%. Though exports has grown about 28% total, including exports about 26%. So I think we'll look probably this quarter again, like you said, so probably will still show good double-digit growth. So overall, the sentiments continue to be good, and May normally has very good season months before the Kharif season starts. So we expect, I think, the growth rate will continue like this.
Did you take some inventory correction during the month, or were dispatches steady?
No, I think we had a steady retails also, so we didn't really have to do much with the inventory side. So we continue to be on the lower side of the inventory with the channel actually.
Commentary from across the staples community, Mr. Madan, for example, speaks of a fairly promising rural market recovery. We have the forecast for a normal monsoon. Would you want to revise the industry outlook for the next 3 months, or maybe for the next 6 months?
Yes, so earlier expectation was that will be probably, for the full year we had indicated it will be probably a high single-digit growth. But now if the monsoon is really happens to be good, we expect, I think we'll probably again touch double-digit growth this year too, which will be, I think, the third continuous year of growth happening in this industry. But I think one thing which we must understand is the base has already gone very high. The industry has already touched a new peak last year with about 710,000 units. So I think it's a very high number which is already there. So that's why I believe the growth will be slightly muted, but still can double-digit looks possibility now for the full year base.
Okay. What about the mix then, Mr. Madan? I mean, if indeed, because of the high base, the growth numbers, percentage numbers might not show enough growth, but would the mix change? Are customers moving to higher horsepower tractors, and will that improve realizations for you as a company?
Well, there's this swing happening, but it's really small in nature. So I think still the major industry continues to be in 30 to 50 HP range. It's almost 85% of the industry. So there's very small growth happening on 50 HP and above segment. So, but that as of now is only about 7-8% of the total industry. So it's not really a major game changer as far as the numbers are concerned. But the long-term trend continues to be towards higher HP. The 40 HP and above will probably continue to grow, which is the largest segment within the industry.
And within the same segments, have the price hikes been absorbed? Well, I'm guessing they are, because the sales are looking okay. And would there be a need for further price hikes because of cost pressures or otherwise?
So probably that could be one reason why we saw some correction happening in April, because we also took one price increase in April because of higher increasing commodity prices. So we had to pass it on. So that could be one reason which is temporarily some blip happening in the growth rate. But we expect, I think, that this will get absorbed in future, but it's all across the industry. So the prices are going up, so it's nothing new. So hopefully things will likely stabilize, and maybe will look really good in the growth numbers for us.
Okay. One last question, Mr. Madan. Broadly, to get a perspective of what's happening across the country, are there specific pockets within the country which are showing a better response than others? What states, what territories are showing better growth than the others? If you can give us some light there.
But last year we've seen 3-4 states which didn't do well, and they ended up only with the single-digit growth. So states like Rajasthan, for example, in the north saw only small growth of about 7-odd%. And then again, Gujarat was another state which had very low single-digit growth, about 4%. Then Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Chhattisgarh. So these 4-5 states was in very slow rate of growth. But if you look at April again, barring MP, which is actually degrown in the market, otherwise all other markets have done well pan-India basis. Especially markets like Andhra, Tamil Nadu, where it's done exceedingly well. It was almost 70-80%. So the growth continues to be, I think, good across all territories.
Okay, Mr. Madan, we'll leave it at that. But thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us today on Bloomberg Quint. Really appreciate your time.